Oh, sorry.
A little
there's
gnat.
No,
You missed it.
I missed it.
Anyway, hi.
Hi, welcome to
Day 23?
Chat with Chris and Pat.
Chat with Chris and Pat.
She's Chris, I'm Pat, by the way.
So, I can't even see it, so that's how bad it is. Oh, there, I see you now. Anyway, and I see you here. So we're trying something different, and there was this
Short?
It was a short, yeah.
Real
Thank you.
short?
Like, it was a short that we saw, and it sparked up like an interest in having a conversation about it. And then we decided, hey, you know what? This will be another one of those really fun things. Well, I don't know about fun. This might get interesting. We'll see how it goes. But this is a topic that we could talk about together,
Right.
while we include you guys. So we figured we would do that now.
Yeah.
Okay. And the topic is, can and should, or not can, but should a man who's in a committed relationship, such as marriage, notice and like give eye recognition, like look at a female, or I guess, you know, in certain cases a male, if they're that way, should they give attention to someone they find attractive? Go ahead.
Even if it's just a very short, very short, like how would you define short? Like at all, right?
Well, it's more like to the point of being able to see the person, you know, like there's certain times where you'll be like, okay, now this is where I think we need to get into the conversation, because what exactly does this define? I think that's what we've like, What does that even mean? That's a good question. Like, what does looking at a person mean to you? And what does it mean to me?
Yeah. So you want me to go first?
Or you want me to go first?
Looking at a person like like I'm looking like okay.
Hopefully you're not looking at a person like you're looking at me. Hey, hi.
I think for the longest time, you are funny. Let's pretend you're not my wife.
Okay. Oh, okay.
All right.
But I mean,
and I don't know you.
But I should never be this close to you. I'm just trying to understand the scenario that you're setting. There's a person across the room, or that's walked past,
all right, there's a person across the room. Yeah. And I were to, and I'm in like if I were just like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, like that.
Is that looking at a person?
Well, certain times in my life, I'd probably define it as not.
Okay, what phase of your life are you at now?
We'll get into that. But
no, that's the discussion right now.
Okay, all right. Okay.
Oh, are you trying to figure it out?
No,
do you need more time?
I'm not. No, I think the short that we saw was I think it was inspirational. And I think
I don't know. I apologize. I don't know how to like embed things into videos or any of that just yet. So I'm sorry. Maybe I could find a link to it somewhere and figure out how to share that with you guys. I'm just not technologically savvy in that department just yet.
I could.
No, not right now.
Okay.
I'm just saying maybe like in the I don't know. I might be able to figure out how to share that.
In the comments we can.
Anyway.
Yeah. Okay.
The gist is what we were just talking about.
Not savvy yet. But anyways, one of the things that he said that stuck out to me was, why should I let my eyes look at where my feet and heart will not go? And I imagine without that question, I'm sure a lot of husbands, including me, have looked at an attractive woman and said, I know my wife has my heart and my body. I would, that's not where my heart would go.
No, but it's interesting. Okay, I just have to point out, you said my heart and my body, but you didn't say your mind.
Okay.
And I think for me, that's like one of the more important parts of it.
Yeah.
Is your thought life, because thoughts, in my worldview, thoughts become things, and thoughts are like the motivator for emotions, and they're like the thoughts are one of those things that drive behaviors. And so I find it really fascinating that you would maybe not consider that aspect.
Yeah, it's fascinating what comes out of the mouth. Just
Yeah.
so
I mean, I don't want there to be like a right and a wrong here. I just want there to be like a conversation about it.
yeah.
And I think, so you tell me yours is like just like a glance, or like enough, like a glance enough. What would you said, like I'm trying to,
like probably maybe a very split second.
basically like what you did the other day in the cafe.
Exactly.
The other day in the cafe,
Yeah.
a person was coming over to an outlet, and he and I were sitting talking, and we were having a conversation, and we were making eye contact, and then all of a sudden it was
Yep.
and it was that I'm like, what is it? Because it was so distracting for a moment, and he's like, nothing.
It was really very short too. But I'm not
I know. But
Yeah.
it was just that split second that was enough to understand that his attention, his mind, was diverted from what we were talking about and being present with me. It was now present. His mind was present on understanding and seeing fully who it was, because he thought, and we talked about it. It wasn't because it was a stranger walking up to the table and he's trying to be careful of. It was actually after this person had left and went back to sitting down that the look had happened. Because I think you had observed that there was a person coming by and they didn't pose a threat.
Yeah.
So it wasn't that kind of thing. It wasn't a protective mechanism. It was a mental curiosity. Would you say that?
It was a mental curiosity. Yeah.
Yeah. And so now the question is, like, and I had expressed, hey, look, I get it. I mean, there's pretty people around, and I like to look at pretty people too. I don't have a problem necessarily. The issue that I have is, don't tell me it's nothing.
Right.
Don't tell me it's nothing, that you're not looking at anything, when your mind and your eyes and your attention has been completely distracted. Tell me, oh, there was a person that caught my attention. I just wanted to, honestly, I just had to take a look to see what was actually happening over there. Or I wanted to see if that person was attractive because of my field of vision, they looked attractive, and I'm sorry, I got distracted. I mean, that kind of honesty, I kind of prefer.
Right.
Because then I could be like, well, I guess I'm not enough to look at. But that's passive aggressive, and I shouldn't say that, but that's how I feel inside. But I would highly prefer that kind of, I would prefer.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that my reaction to that is why you don't want to tell me those types of things. So then I have to work on my own reactions to not taking it personally. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, you've got a great point, which is, it is the lesser of two evils, being honest.
Yeah. Well, for me at least.
Yeah.
I mean, some people might be like, yeah, don't tell me, I don't want to know.
Yeah. Yeah, but for you and other spouses out there, they want,
I would love to have that.
honest to God truth.
Yeah.
And
this person just caught my eye. Oh, what about him? Oh, I thought they looked like someone I knew, or I thought they just looked really pretty from a distance, I think I prefer that than telling me it's nothing, because then I feel gaslit, because I know that there was something that caught your attention and you're lying to me about it. And then that breaks trust in a strange way. That kind of starts to break trust.
Yeah, and breaking trust really sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's my view of it. So let's flip it a bit. So like, if I'm seeing someone across the room, or like, I'm trying to think of how that, I think I typically would be like, oh dude, look at that guy. babe, check him out. Like, look at that. What do you and honestly, oftentimes I'm like, what do you think about the physique, or what do you think about the clothes? You know, like, you tell me if I'm wrong, but I feel like I point them out to you if I'm finding someone attractive.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
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 So
Yeah.
it's funny, isn't it? 'Cause I think I want you to be in, like, I want to invite you into my world. And that's why I do that. And also because then I'm not lying to you.
That's a great way to say it. Invite you into my world.
Yeah, because I do. I want you to be like,
Yeah.
hey, I'm looking at this person. You can want to look at this person with me? Right?
Yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Because there's never, well, I shouldn't say never, like, I hate to put anything of like that sort of qualifier on it, but I have a really hard time imagining there ever being a situation where someone could legitimately threaten our relationship.
Yeah.
With their good lookingness. I mean, I don't know, maybe a Zayden, he could come in. If you're a Fourth Wing fan. Like, with his little shadow puppets. I don't know. I'm kind of cool. But, you know, in real world scenarios, so I guess that's why I never feel like really threatened. And so I want to invite you to be like, hey, like, check out that person.
Okay.
So, and I guess that's why for me, when you don't include me in it and you like look away or look at somebody without including me or like without telling me honestly about it, it feels even more of an affront.
Yeah.
Because it then means to me that you in some way, that person in some way could threaten me.
Okay. I see.
Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, if you don't want to tell me about it, then that feels threatening.
Yeah, I definitely see that. This is like you know, as a relationship is growing, you know, our I don't know how to say it, but what can be stronger is growing. You know, like the whole experience of doing that with you. You know, inviting you in my world.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. It's I need to strengthen my invite you in my world muscle.
I would love that.
I mean, I'm definitely got
After 27 years.
I know. I've got a couple muscles here and there, but that one is definitely weak. So.
Why do you think that is? How much time are we at? Okay.
Yeah, I think we talked about in the past. We've talked about protecting you. You know, and it's a
It's a form of trying to protect me.
It would obviously it would protect you more to invite you in my world, but it seems like at the time the knee-jerk reaction is to protect you by not inviting you in my world. Yeah.
Now, okay, I have to challenge that because now I'm curious. Do you think it's actually protecting you? You say it's protecting me, but it's really not protecting me at all. It's protecting yourself.
That's valid. You know, just got to call a spade on that one.
Because I think sometimes that we like pass things off as like, oh, I'm doing this for this person, or I'm doing it out of the kindness of my heart. But really, you don't want to have to deal with the consequences, or you don't want to have to clean up the mess of the situation, or you don't want to have to expose yourself. Like, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Then I think you're right.
Yeah. Now, let me ask you a question. When I point out to you, people to be like, oh, hey, check that out. It does happen. We live in Italy. Come on.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Does that feel threatening to you?
No.
Okay.
No.
Would you prefer I did it differently?
No.
Okay. Because I'm telling you what I would like. Is there anything that you would like me to do differently?
No. what's the word? The trust is very strong, you know?
Yeah, so it's interesting that you use that because that's exactly how it feels when you're not doing that because it like degrades trust. And so now you can kind of see the difference.
Yeah.
I'm really curious how other people experience this. And like, so going back to the question, do you think it's okay for guys or girls or people, let's just put people out there, to look at someone else when they're in a committed relationship, even if it's just like to judge if they're attractive because they like corner of their mind hit an attractive meter?
Right.
No, that's the question.
Right, you're asking them though.
No, I was asking you.
Oh. Okay.
In general, but like I want to know your response.
All right, ask the question one more time. Like I know the gist
words,
of it.
words. What I was saying was, do you think it's okay in a committed relationship for people to spend a little extra time, like a longer glance, like when you're just taking in your surroundings and then being like, and then going back to look at somebody, okay? Like you're taking in your surroundings and then, ooh, that one's nice. Oh, okay, moving on. I shouldn't look at that. Like that feeling, oh, I shouldn't look at that.
Yeah, I would much rather have